Hey, everybody. Today is not going as planned. I'm just going to lay that right out there. Mike's got an issue, so he is driving through downtown traffic, so he might be here in time for trivia. We'll find out. But while we're killing time waiting for our host, I'll make some money and pay some bills. Solomon Services, the premier place for personal training in St. Augustine, specializing in small group strength and development, athletic development for teams and individual sports performance, sports injury-related training, state-of-the-art center with indoor and outdoor turf areas. All coaches are certified through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. Call and make an appointment today. It's 904-461-9945 or visit their website, solomonservices.com. Sign up today. Solomon Services, they are amazing. We also have South State Bank. The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you're looking for a banking relationship you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They've got 3 locations to serve you in St. Augustine, State Road 312, State Road 16, or the beach. You can also visit their website, southstatebank.com. They are a member FDIC. Now we have A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing. They offer free estimates and have been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years in the construction industry. A to Z offers painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties for up to 25 years. They offer shingle roofs with warranties for up to 50 years. They install tile roofing, cedar, shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof coverings. Recent job photos with material descriptions can be seen at A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing.com. Last up, is my team ready? Woo-hoo! Yeah, they are.
Me.
Land Title of America. Whether you realize it or not, when you refinance or sale or purchase a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you are faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins at 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap.
Yay, you guys are amazing. Thanks for the song, Blake.
You're welcome.
So we've got the Bollox Boys here, even though Mike is not. How you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're gonna be nice to Mike when he comes in.
Yes.
We are.
He's dealing with issues.
Yeah, we're gonna be nice to Mike. And that's coming from me.
It must be a bad day for Mike then.
Yeah,
coming from me.
it's gonna be a bad day.
All right, so what's going on with your day, fellas?
Hey, it's Thursday. I mean,
Thursday?
we're excited. It's opening day of baseball season. I know you knew that.
I did.
She
I
did.
did.
Absolutely.
Ask Lenny.
I am proof. She got it.
But it's technically not opening today because they started playing in Japan last week. So.
Oh, who cares? That's not America. Just ask Marjorie Taylor
Yeah,
Greene.
but
Exactly.
they count the games.
Yeah.
Right.
They count the games.
The Cubs wish they didn't.
Yeah. I
Will
wish they
not
didn't.
speak to the stereotype.
The-
So who's playing today?
And pretty much everybody. Pretty
Everybody.
much everybody. And then tomorrow it's like a really slow day, like
9 games.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't think
So-
the Athletics are playing today.
No.
There's 2 teams that aren't playing today.
Hold on, let me double check here. I think there's 14 games going. I think there's 14
the
games
Athletics
today.
are the last to play on opening day.
Well, they
That
finished
sounds
in
bad.
last place
Right,
anyway,
and
so it really doesn't matter.
They're also
No,
homeless.
the Athletics are playing today.
They're one of the 2 homeless teams.
All right.
Yeah,
Who's checking?
What's the
They're
only
moving.
game?
They're moving to Las Vegas,
All right.
so they're really
building and
they're really homeless right now. So
They're playing in Sacramento.
They're in Sacramento.
I'm sorry, that's not politically correct. They're unhoused.
They're unhoused.
Right.
It is an unhoused
They're
team.
unstadied.
They're an unhoused team, and then the Devil Rays or the Rays are also unhoused right now because
That,
of the storm that hit
It wiped out their team.
and knocked the. That was the worst stadium anyway, so it needed to be knocked down.
I liked that
hold
stadium.
on.
It was air conditioned.
Hold on. So the only game that's not happening today is Rockies Tampa Bay. That's the only one not going on today. They're going to be playing that game Friday, but unfortunately, no. For those fans who wish for a new Tampa Bay Rays stadium or like Tropicana Field, they're going to be rebuilding it because the new stadium deal was dismissed.
It fell through.
Yeah.
So they're back in it. They're not even in Tampa. So
They're in
So
St.
where are
Pete.
they're in St. Pete.
Yeah, they are.
They're
I
not
keep
even-
going to the sad
No,
camera.
here.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but
You
yeah,
go to the mic camera,
Yeah.
just in case he shows up.
I know. It's just an
Yeah.
empty chair.
Let's see. Is he there?
Oh, we can do is it the Clint Eastwood speech?
Yeah.
What do you have to say about opening day, Mike? Sadness.
Great.
So where are they, Blake?
So normally they should be playing their games in Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, but right now because of the hurricane and the roof damage to Tropicana, they're playing their games this year at George R. Steinbrenner Field in actually Tampa.
Tampa?
They're really in Tampa
For the
but
first time in forever.
They're playing in the Yankees spring training facility, and as you walk in, it has the big Yankee emblem right as you walk in.
And they also have all the retired numbers of all the Yankees greats.
Yeah.
And it also has also the sign has the name of the Yankees' greatest owner of all time.
Yeah.
So the only time I saw the Rays play was because the Yankees were playing, and my husband's side of the family are big Yankees fans. So it was like, let's take the kids to a Yankees game. So we went
In
to the
Tampa.
Rays.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I was in
Did you go look at the Manta Ray pool?
Yeah, we did.
It's in center field.
Yeah, because it was a pretty slow game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we definitely took it.
All the stadiums I went to, that one's my least favorite.
But it was inside and we had AC. So
it was inside. We had AC.
That's the bonus.
The seats weren't bad, but it was just a weird environment. The catwalk was actually in play. I mean, it gets hit about 3 times a month.
It definitely feels like that you're watching a game inside of a Costco, but they don't give out free samples.
Yeah.
They definitely don't give out free samples. So when I went, it didn't seem like a major league stadium to me.
Yeah.
It seemed like an arena league, like a college league, something like that. Because I used to go to Atlanta games all the time. And that's kind of the bar I had. I've been to a Baltimore game in Baltimore with a college boyfriend. So I've seen baseball fields and stadiums. It didn't seem like a major league
we
stadium
haven't been to Camden yet, so that's one of the
Camden's number one for me. I really want to go.
One I really want to go to that we haven't been to. We went to the 2 that I had to go to, which is Wrigley and Fenway.
Yeah.
But Camden's probably one of the ones on my list that I just it's got to happen. So
I've sports balled more than you in a cool place.
Yeah. You
Well,
got
actually,
me on
he
that
probably
one.
went to Memorial Field, not Camden Yards.
No.
It was a college
In
boyfriend.
college, she would have been Camden still.
Really?
She's young.
What
It
year?
was 2004.
Yeah, that's 100% Camden Yards.
Yeah, she's young.
No, it wasn't. It was 2002. Yeah.
Still Camden
But
Yards.
you're not so mature.
Thanks, I think.
Because
Take it the way it was meant.
Ripken broke the record in Camden.
Yeah, that was
and in the
95.
late 90s. Yeah, so
Yeah.
mid 90s, I guess. No, would you say 95?
That's
Yeah,
a fun
so
ballpark.
Ripken getting the consecutive game streak, that was 95, and that was in Camden.
Yeah.
So
Ripken's actually a baseball player, I know, and followed his career a little bit.
Billy Ripken.
I was going to say, Billy.
No, Cal Ripken.
That's his
what was his jersey
Okay.
number?
Okay.
What was his jersey number?
I wasn't looking at that high up. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah. Now, but speaking about Billy Ripken though, have you ever seen his famous baseball card though?
Of course I haven't.
He has a baseball card, and it was pretty common to him to write different things on the top of his handle. And he actually at this point, like he'd write like different things on the top of his handle. So he was right-handed, I believe, and he was standing there like this, and at the bottom of this handle, he actually wrote "F-U" on
Just
the bottom.
to see if he could get away with it.
And I don't know if he even did it on purpose or not, but he was like, that was actually one of my bats.
Yeah.
And
If it was right side up, he put it that way on purpose just to see if he could get away with it 100%.
But at one point, Cal and Billy played on the same team, and their dad was the coach.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
So I was just thinking back, like Tebow got in trouble for, or caught flack for putting Bible verses on his eye black. We have baseball players writing expletives on their bats. All right. Okay. Text me that and we'll show it to the audience. That's pretty funny.
No, I mean, but the NFL was very strict about their uniform rules and those things. So I mean,
That was the only place you could put it.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, he with his eye black,
yeah.
with his eye black. So, like, if your socks are wrong, you get fined in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, and I wish college actually had some rules in place. I mean, I think that was extreme. I don't think that's a problem. And Tebow didn't stop doing it. He just paid the fine.
Yeah.
But
And college kids are putting anything they want on their eye black now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and Barbara, I have not been to the Twins Stadium yet. So,
Yeah.
And this year we're skipping going to stadiums. We're going to the Motor Speedway in Bristol. They're doing it at a NASCAR location. Their Braves are playing the Reds.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's August 2nd, Bristol Motor Speedway. We were taking our RV up there to the campground. Should be awesome.
Charge the batteries.
Batteries.
Oh, no.
Well, no. We have the converter now.
Okay.
Someone literally had cut the converter out of the RV.
Oh, no.
And when we left it overnight, it drained all the batteries out.
At the Florida Man games?
Yeah.
That's the most Florida Man games.
I think
thing
it
to do.
happened before the Florida Man games.
Yeah.
Because we lost, and we didn't lock the under compartment, and we lost the big cord too. And I think that's when it actually happened.
Yeah.
So we do have a celebrity that just walked in the studio.
We do. Welcome back to the fray, Mike Davis.
I have been in the fray. This is not the fray. This is anything but the fray. And this is Davey seating.
Maybe.
Yeah,
This is
no,
my
it's the
favorite
worst.
seat.
It's the worst.
That's the worst. You walk in here and you feel like you're like in this.
Yeah, it's Monday.
You feel like you're in a bad dentist chair. Not like Dr. Stephanie's dentist
No,
chair,
not
but
a
a bad
Quincy
dentist
dental.
chair.
Yeah.
So I just want to get that in. So
No,
Yeah.
Monday morning I come into the Davy seat, and
it's quite the seat. I have to tell you, it's quite the seat. So
All right, I've got the Bill Ripken baseball card for everybody. So there he
you
is.
have
Let's
to,
see
you
if we
have to
can
zoom in on the bat handle.
Oh, so it's not FU, it's F face.
Okay.
So fact check.
There you go. Good. That's a good fact check. I always thought it was FU.
Yeah.
My eyes were never good enough to read it.
You zoom in hard enough, you can find it.
That didn't exist when that baseball card came out.
For sure it did not. All right, so we did our reads.
yes,
But
what do we do?
They give a crap.
They do give a crap. Thank
Everyone
you
gave a
very
crap.
much. Did you guys talk about the 142nd annual spring fair?
no, so we
At
saved the Bozard
St.
Ford update.
Yeah, the Bozard Ford Community Update. 142nd annual spring fair at the St. Ambrose Catholic Church, 6070 Church Road, aptly named. I guess if you're 142 years old, you get to name the road that comes to you.
Yeah.
In Elkton, Florida, it says follow the signs from State Road 207 and State Road 13. It's from noon until 4. So it's not an all-day affair. At 142 years old, it's got a bedtime. So you got to give it a chance to wake up and get to bed. But they have
No
all
wonder
kinds
you're
of great
going
fun
to
things.
this.
Huh?
No
I know
wonder
it's
you're
in my
going.
perfect window of activity. Actually, I'm going hiking. Before that, I'm stopping, going to the Ravines Garden, do a little bit of hiking, and then
Because
coming
it
back.
doesn't open early enough for you.
No, it doesn't. Actually, like noon for me is like midnight in Troy Blevins' world. So,
Yeah.
yes, it is. It's very. That beard looks so much better than the last thing you had wrapped around your face.
Well,
That
this
is.
is about the length I plan on keeping it. Maybe just a little bit longer. Maybe about where
The Lenny?
Lenny's at.
know.
So people confuse Lenny and I.
That'll happen.
I hate the Mets.
Well, you're a Braves fan.
I'm a Braves fan.
And,
And the feeling is mutual, obviously.
Larry and I are not over it.
Larry.
Larry and I are not over it.
Well, Larry.
I got Larry's back.
Larry's over it because he named one of his kids Shay.
Shay, I know.
Oh,
I
man.
think that was
That was
just
a dig.
I
That
think
was a
that was
dig.
definitely a dig. That
Yeah,
was
but
a
we'll
I
carry
got
on
you
forever.
dig.
Yeah.
You know, you can't unless the kid wants to change their name.
No.
And Larry's Chipper Jones.
Okay.
Okay, so you know
I know Chipper Jones
you
because
know
he was
Chipper
hot.
Jones, but you wouldn't know who Larry is.
No.
So that's a question, right? So you're talking about kids' names.
Mm-hmm.
So are you happy with your name? I mean, in general, because there's a lot of people said, I don't know why my parents named me this.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Blevins, are you
No,
happy?
no.
You don't like Samuel?
I do like Samuel, but everyone keeps calling me Blake, so I do have questions if I should actually change my name, though.
Would
Go
you
back
like to be
Samuel?
called Sammy?
We can call you Sam.
No. Let me actually change my name, and then I can actually have my first name be Blake.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't like it being your middle name. You're okay with the name.
Yeah.
You don't like being called by your middle name because it's Samuel Blake. You want it to be Blake Samuel.
Possibly.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
my
fixable.
Yeah.
sister-in-law
I'm sorry.
just did that when she had to change her name. She didn't have to, but when she chose to change her name when she got married, everybody had called her middle name. Well, actually, they had called her a shortened version of her name. So rather than being Natalie, which no one ever called her, she is now legally Tally.
Tally.
So that's what everyone always called her, was
Wow.
Tally.
Yeah.
I do have an update for the Bozard Ford community update.
Give me that Bozard Ford. I'm a little
Easy.
tired, man. I know.
You've had a day.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing my Recovery RX t-shirt because I got an update from Recovery RX. They have 6 beds open. So they have their first 2 residents in their men's recovery house. And so they wanted to refer interested clients to their website. So if you know anyone coming out of recovery or needs a residential home to help carry out their recovery, then go to the Recovery RX website so that you can register for a bed in their men's home. They're still fundraising for their women's home. This is the only FARR certified recovery residence in St. Johns County. They're uniquely qualified to provide safe, supportive housing for men coming out of treatment for addiction. So the guys have added a few new items to the wish list. So I can share that wish list and I can share the Recovery RX website in the comments. But if you know anyone coming out of addiction treatment and they need a place to live while they're getting their feet underneath them and walking out this recovery, Recovery RX has 6 beds available in their home.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Lenny, would you change your name?
Nah.
You're okay with it at this point in time?
was named
Would it
after
be
my
confused
father.
at your age, 121?
Yes.
Would you be confused if people started calling you a different name?
I'm confused anyway, so it wouldn't be that big a problem. No, I was named after my father. My mother, for some reason, wanted to name me Christopher, which makes no sense whatsoever. But I have a different middle name, so I'm not a junior.
I'm so glad. Christopher's such a Republican name. I'm so afraid that it would have changed and altered the entire course of your life.
Possibly.
Oh, man.
When I think of Christopher, I think of Columbus. And
Me too.
He's not the
He's
nicest
not
guys.
well regarded these days.
He's not
Tony
the
Soprano.
nicest guy.
I think there's a Peter option in there as well. Why she was going so, I don't know. Anyway.
I have to tell you, I think more of St. Christopher and not Christopher Columbus. So
Yeah.
there.
Fair enough.
Back to
There you go.
recovery.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, again, I still think of Columbus.
And you, Samuel T. Blevins?
Samuel T.
I
Blevins.
think we should just start calling you T.
Yeah.
Just T. We'll shorten it. We'll make everybody has these one names. Troy's okay, but T is better. We're just going to start calling you T.
T-Roy. I actually started off my life as Sam T. Because my grandfather was Sam.
It almost has an Indian flair to it. Sam T. If you say it really quickly, it almost takes on a different language.
But, I got my name called out a lot because I was in trouble a lot.
No
And
way.
it became a little confusing, so they went to Troy, and then I became Troy Boy. And if I go back to the land, I'm still Troy Boy. But I was named after an actor from the 60s called Troy Donahue.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Phil's brother or something.
He was a heartthrob. You're okay.
Yeah, he was a good-looking actor. People tell me I look absolutely nothing like him. But I like Troy because, it's not so common that there's a lot of Troys out there.
Your dad was Samuel.
No, my
Yeah.
grandfather was Samuel.
Your grandpa.
My dad was Freddie.
Well, that dispels rumor. Amanda, you're wrong. It's not the mailman or the milkman. It's
Yeah.
his grandfather.
It was my-
I told you that.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I told you that.
Should
Yeah,
we
my
ask them about our rumor that
Yeah.
we've been spreading?
Everything's
Well-
spreading.
Well, Freddie's
God.
my dad, and he has the same middle name as you.
Okay.
Yeah, so Alan is his middle name.
Yep, that is my same middle name.
Yes. So and I think it's spelled. Are you ALAN or ALLEN?
ALAN.
AN. He's ALLEN.
I'm an A.
Alan's one of those you can spell a lot of different ways.
Oh, yeah. Lots
Yes,
of
you
different
can.
ways.
Yep. Amanda.
So I like the meaning of my name. When I was growing up, it was the most popular name. Like, I was named after a girl my mom met, and she had never heard the name Amanda before, and she always thought it was a really beautiful name. And so that's how I got my name. But bad luck, it became the most popular name in the year before, the year I was born, and the year after. So I was always one of 2 or 3 Amandas in all
your
of my
class.
classes.
Yeah.
And I didn't care whether you called me Amanda or Mandy. And so I was always the other one. Like, someone had a strong opinion and I was the other one. Or I was one of multiple Amanda last initial. So Amanda G at the time. So it was a little annoying for a while there, but now I don't have that same problem.
What's your middle
and I'm
name?
fine. Paige,
Paige.
after my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was Amanda Page. Almost married a guy with the last name Powell, so it would have been APP because I kept my middle initial when I changed my name instead of moving my last name to my middle.
I gotcha.
So I kept my middle name where it was and lost my last name.
That's better than being OPP.
Turns out that was offensive to my dad, but he didn't tell me that until like 4 years later, so too late.
Well, it's kind of your choice.
I'm APB. Yeah.
APB. APB, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, all points bulletin, and here I am.
I'm MAD. I'm MAD.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's why he's called Mad Dog.
I'm called Mad Dog. That's it.
He nicknamed himself in college.
I did not.
He went to college and said,
not.
"Hey guys,
No.
my nickname's Mad Dog."
No, I had
Like George Costanza.
Yeah, exactly.
I really went in and said my name's T, and they wouldn't go for it. They just wouldn't go for it.
Yeah.
I always liked my name. Michael was one of the most popular names for like forever.
Yeah.
It is off the charts at the bottom now. It's not. So
It's
I hope to
fallen out
live
of favor.
long enough to see it come back in the top 10.
Yeah, it was in the top 10 for most of my life
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
because it was a big deal when it dropped out.
Yes.
I didn't have a problem with Blake changing his name, but I just thought of something. I have a tattoo on my back with his initials.
No, change it and just cross it out and reverse it.
Laser removal.
No, I just do a little arrow.
Yeah, do that.
I think you should leave it because then people will say, well, why did you get your son's name wrong? Well, I didn't. The tattoo guy did all those years ago. Yeah. I told him how to do it. He just messed it up.
I'll just do like the little arrow back and forth. All right, go ahead.
That's probably a sign that my first name should have been Blake because you said that those initials were your most painful tattoo ever.
Oh no! Your brother's was the most painful on my stomach.
Yeah.
The problem with this tattoo is it was like I actually had a coupon from a golf tournament you and I played in.
Groupon for a tattoo.
I had a coupon.
Glad to share in the experience.
So him and I were in a golf tournament. It was like a tattoo, and the one person who would get a tattoo won it in a door prize, and that's the tattoo. And the guy was brand new. I think I was his very first tattoo, and it was not comfortable. But the one on the stomach was just so tender.
Oh,
Well, that's a terrible spot to get a tattoo.
I realized that about at the.
Why didn't you just try bottom of the foot? I hear that's not painful at all.
They won't tattoo the bottom of the
that
foot.
wears off.
Yeah, they won't tattoo
Does it really?
Wears off.
The palm of your hand, your fingertips.
Well, that's why
bottom of
your bottom.
foot.
You didn't
Yeah.
get the bottom of your ring tattooed, right?
Yeah.
And that's the same reason they wouldn't do that.
No.
So,
Yeah.
no, but the one on my stomach, it was not fun. The one on my side when they got to the
Ribs.
at that point I didn't have as much. I probably wouldn't hurt as bad now. I weigh about 15 pounds heavier.
Oh.
But it was like ticking on my ribs, and it was like, oh yeah, and you literally could hear it going.
Yeah.
Like it was.
When I got the one on my back, you could feel it when it went across my spine. Like it was a different kind of puncture when it went across my spine.
Can you be buried in a Jewish cemetery?
I can be.
Okay.
I probably won't be, but I can be.
Okay. All right. So
Let's do this.
tattoos.
Let's do a segment with Lenny getting his first tattoo.
Oh, well. I
We
don't
could
know
do the
if
dead
like-
bears on your lower back.
Right after,
It's 121.
That may not happen.
right after we do that segment with Davey alligator hunting.
Oh,
I
come
so want to do that segment.
Oh, if I win again.
It could win an Emmy and an Oscar and what's a Tony? It could win all of those. It's gonna be
It's going to be an EGOT.
How many times am I going to have to put this on different platforms? That's going to be hard. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can do it.
If I win that Gator lottery, he's going to have to go with me.
I so want to just film that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any ridiculous stories this week? Something that just came along and you said, this is the most ridiculous thing. I can't believe this is true.
Well, I have a good story.
Give me the good story.
All right, I have a good story. You and I have our fundraiser on Friday night.
It's going to be a great.
It's going to be a great time. Lenny, you're
Amanda's
coming.
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 Blake, are you
Yep.
All
coming?
right.
I
Louis
think I think I'm gonna be busy that night, but maybe for the best. But definitely tomorrow picking up the good
He's
stuff.
helping me with the liquor run tomorrow.
Good deal.
But at trivia, I announced, and we had some people that bought tickets, and I had a gentleman, and his name's John, and John came up and said, "Hey, I can't make it, but I'm making a donation," and he made a donation of $5,000.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And just absolutely blew me away. I'm putting stuff away, and I was like, you know, it's rare for me to be speechless.
Yeah.
I was completely speechless, but it was just such a great humanitarian thing to do. And he did it without wanting any credit or anything like that. And so it was really, really a cool moment.
That's awesome.
It's who I think it is. They're fabulous people.
Yeah. Yeah. So he actually has a longer beard than me now.
If they're
No.
if they're fabulous
No
people,
irony.
why are they associating with you two?
I am quite entertaining on Tuesday night.
Fabulous people, just poor judgment.
On Tuesday night, I'm in my element, and
Yeah.
I can be quite entertaining on those nights.
Okay. Blake,
quite
honestly,
entertaining
on a
more than
scale of
once a week.
entertainment, like during the regular podcast, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, where do you grade your dad?
On Bollocks?
On the morning show. Let's go morning show, then Bollox.
On the morning show, I'll probably
You're rent. You're rent.
what?
You're
She's
rent.
saying rent.
Way to coach the audience.
Rent.
Good point.
A 6.
Okay.
On Bollocks, an 8, a
An
9.
8. At trivia.
Trivia, a 5. He
Oh.
did.
Dude, you're rent. I tried.
I know.
That's when I was at my best.
Hold on. You've been doing the same jokes for the past 30 years.
They fill the house. So why change them?
They just want the house cash. Hey.
It gives us time to think because everybody knows the jokes.
Hey, by the way, there's actually more applause from me when I host a show than you.
Now on this show, what would you give him on this show?
Guess who got fired from trivia?
Breaking news.
Is that the first trivia question?
Rent didn't go up, but your salary went down.
You know, the most ridiculous story I heard this
Ain't no
week
stroke
What?
out.
is that a trivia co-host lost his job.
It's
Don't worry.
happened.
Don't worry.
Believe me, he ain't going to be the first one.
So no, I just sorry. Opening day baseball. Is that today?
Yes.
Yesterday?
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
You
We're watching
are
it
up
right now.
3-2.
We're up 3-2.
Yeah, Reds are up 3-2, and the Mets are not.
Mets are down 3-0.
Braves are up 3-2 as well.
That's
Have
what I
the,
said. You guys are up. He's the Braves.
have the Knowles and the Miami Hurricanes
and
played
I'm a
this year?
5.
Well, here you're on camera 5, so I mean,
What do you say? I don't even know who won last weekend. You guys won the first game.
Did we win the first one? I didn't pay any attention. I just know that Florida State was down 3-2 going into the bottom of whatever, the ninth with Florida. Tied it and then hit a grand slam. Walk-off grand slam to win 8-4 or whatever it was. So so I don't know what they did with Miami. I'm looking it up to see if you owe me another lunch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
I just want to know how many lunches
Your
you
baseball
owe me.
team's pretty darn good this year.
They are pretty darn good this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was trying to find that score earlier today, but all I wanted to do was sell me tickets.
yeah,
I didn't
of
want to buy
course.
tickets.
Yes.
So I was just like, hey, just send me that. Nights of Lights. I know you had lots of time to talk about it this morning on the morning show. Would you like to give us a sum up?
Well, it was something that
Too long. Just sum up. Give us a weather report on the Nights of Lights.
it's good that politicians are business people and
Way
not
too
the
long.
other way around.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long.
No, it showed on Monday night that there's not a lot of business experience with our city politicians.
Okay.
Oh, my word.
Wouldn't the easy fix for that being putting people controlling the traffic flow and the pedestrian flow? It seems to be a simple fix for what the major problems were.
Well, the problem I have, and this is what eats at me, when you see there's a problem, you should fix the problem. You shouldn't just complain about the problem and don't let it go on for 10 weeks.
Yes.
It was the very first weekend there was a problem. They did nothing the second week. They did nothing the third week. It got worse every week leading into it to the end of December, and they did nothing different. So that's where I have some issues.
I agree.
If you ran a restaurant and your sous chef kept putting out burnt food,
He wouldn't be my sous chef too terribly long.
exactly, and that's what essentially is what happened with the night of lights. Is
Yeah.
they did. I mean, if they'd have tried something different and it didn't work, okay,
Right.
try something else different. You might have eventually run into something that worked, but they didn't do anything.
And they have a lot of public service assistants that can, they're all over the amphitheater. They're at every school.
Yeah, but they didn't ask the sheriff department for help.
Why?
That's a brilliant question.
Brilliant question.
Every once in a while, You say something really smart. Those 3 words, right? The smartest thing you've said since Trump got elected.
You know the blind squirrel? Right. I eat occasionally.
So for me, I think you could solve the whole thing. We'll just cancel it.
You built a lot of those businesses downtown.
I just love to see that
sourpuss
sourpuss look on his face.
How do you think those paychecks came there?
Sourpuss look on his face.
Before you came in, I said we have to be nice to Mike. That's off.
All right.
Hey, Mike.
Blake's
Hey,
like,
Mike.
okay.
Mike,
Go for it.
Mike, you want some water?
Yeah, sure. Why
My
not?
computer's in bad enough shape.
So, along the lines of trying to make your day better, Troy, Florida State won against Miami in 7 innings, 14-1. So it was a shortened game in game 1. The Hurricanes came back and won game 2, 9-6. But then the Seminoles won 10-6 on Saturday, thereby
So
taking.
I still owe you lunch.
You owe me lunch.
That's why you're making my day. So I owe you lunch.
And then we beat the Gators. So,
Yeah.
and then tonight you got the Gators playing. Who do the Gators play tonight, Blake?
Gators, Florida Gate.
The basketball.
The basketball.
Oh.
I know they're playing
Maryland,
tonight.
Maryland.
They got Maryland. I think Duke has Arizona tonight as well. So a couple of good games, early games. Those are both
Texas Tech, I think,
7:30
plays
or
tonight.
something. Yeah.
So,
So but hasn't been a lot of upsets this year.
Yeah.
Hasn't been. I mean, it hasn't been one of those years where there's a 13 seed running into the.
and I think the NIL
Is messing that
is
up.
a factor with that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to create a bigger gap with the teams that have money
Mm-hmm.
are going to separate from the Gonzagas and some of the smaller teams that were Cinderella stories in a lot of ways.
Do you know what team is predicted to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of NIL money?
Miami is in football right now.
Arkansas.
What?
Arkansas
Because they
has.
split with the SEC and they didn't have a whole lot of money.
There's Arkansas is the only program in Arkansas in the state.
Yeah.
Everybody that supports it, right? There's no Arkansas State. There's nothing really out there that they compete with. It's Division I. And there's a lot of big companies, including Walmart, that is from Arkansas. So they give money to the school. You have all these big donors. So there's only one place to put the money in Arkansas, and that's in the University of Arkansas.
Walmart moved a lot of headquarters to Bentonville because they wanted to be associated with Walmart. So there's a lot of companies, right, in Bentonville.
So
and they got a lot of FaceTime by beating St. John's, which was the darling coming in with Petito, and how they resurrected that program.
Or that took out Blake's.
were they
I think they got a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
and we only
bracket busted.
But I got a question on that game, which I'll discuss off the air.
we have 6 people in our pool, and Blake's going to finish number 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 5.
That
Don't worry,
did.
Blake, there's somebody who's finishing 6th. You'll be okay.
There might be a new answering trivia tonight.
He gave me a 5.
Man.
I gave him back.
That's
It's okay. We'll come back for you. I know the Mets pulls a little bit away from you.
It's tight.
So-
It's tight.
yeah.
Do you lose the number of, IQ points that they lose a game by?
Yeah.
Every time?
You lose the number of games they lost in their first season.
100 and some.
Yeah.
It was the
It's like
most,
100
most ever.
150
Yeah.
No.
Hundred-
So,
There's
so
162 games, and I think they only won like 20.
No, hold on.
58 back then.
No, hold on.
Was it 162?
So the record was broken by the White Sox last year. If in 162 games, I think it's 121 games.
We're gonna talk this through because you're a baseball guy.
Okay.
What year did Maris break the record?
Can I give an answer?
Please.
1961.
He had 61 and 61.
Right. Yeah.
Why is there an asterisk beside his name?
Because it was the first year they went to 162 games.
What year did the Mets come in?
62.
Okay. So how many games did the Mets play?
I thought it was much later than that. Well, I mean, they play or they win. They won 6.
That's the reason. That's the reason there was an asterisk.
Yeah.
Because they went to 162, and he got to play like 8 extra games.
Did he get it in the last 8 games?
Yes.
He got it in the game before, I think he got it in 161 or something like that. So,
Yeah, but you know what? He was at a disadvantage.
Mhm.
Babe Ruth played a lot of those games drunk. So, I mean, I got to give Babe credit at that. I mean,
Babe only played against white dudes.
Wow.
So Wikipedia says Mets lost 120 games.
Yeah.
The third most of any team in MLB history.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough year for him. I think the A's might be down there too. I think they have one season that they were just awful. Does it give you the 1 and 2? Who were
It
the
gives
worst?
it gives one of them. Cleveland Spiders lost 134 games.
Oh, that's
in
way back.
1899.
That's way back.
Yeah.
So they're hand sewing the balls.
Yeah.
Mhm. They had to.
Yeah.
They had to. All right. One story that came out this week that was pretty interesting. Talking about alcohol use dropping across the country, right? And there is some movement, especially in European countries, of slapping a warning label on alcohol bottles, just like they used to have on cigarette bottles.
Okay.
So it's
Cigarette bottle?
cigarette packages. It's been a long day. Pick on me all you want. It's
Tough
been a long
room.
day.
It's like me when I said gorilla bears yesterday.
Yeah, gorilla bears. It's still undefeated.
Yeah, still undefeated.
So the question is, should alcohol packaging have warning labels on it the way cigarette packaging, or is this people just reaching too far?
There already is a warning, like on the back, like from the Surgeon General's warning,
Yeah, you're not
but
supposed to consume it if
Yeah,
you're
when you're
pregnant.
pregnant,
Yeah.
there is something on there. And the
Yeah.
fact that you can't buy it until you're 21,
That's
should be
already enough.
warning enough.
Okay.
I mean, nobody's drinking alcohol thinking it's healthy, right? Like, people aren't that dumb, are they?
yes.
Oh, they
Please.
are.
Yes.
Punch Punch has a lot of fruit in it.
Secretary of Defense.
You know, it killed a lot of COVID whenever I was drinking it during
Yeah.
COVID. So I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure the reason I never got COVID was because of my country quencher days
Mm-hmm.
and my Mad Dog 2020.
I think it's because you're rolling around with a bunch of pigs and
I'm
you
pretty
had
sure-
COVID.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure those immunities.
Amanda, what the hell are you talking about? Pig over here?
Wow.
So many ways to
wasn't
take
even
that,
talking to
and I'm
you.
just going to let it go. So many ways. So very,
All right.
very many ways.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I think if you're drinking alcohol and you're of drinking age and you're not smart enough to know it's bad for you,
Yeah.
you're not
Dude.
going to make it very far anyway.
Dude, I could definitely say so. So a lot of people that I know took spring break off for Florida college. They just had like some of the most craziest stories. Like from what I heard, so one of my friends actually went down to Key West to basically for like 6 days, and his goal was to consume 2 gallons of beer within those 6 days.
Yeah, well, that's
This
You know
is why
what,
women live
Troy
longer.
called that in high school?
a good
First period.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
This is why women live longer.
No, I'm just kind of curious about it. I do think the amount of consumption has gone down. I look at it, the one industry I worry about the most is the spirits industry, where things have to be, it takes longer for the process, especially bourbon, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you expanded your bourbon production in 2021 because you thought, hey, this is where it's going to be for a while, and then you've now going to be 2028 before it comes out, but drinking is dive bombing down, there could be a lot of supply and less demand in about another 4 or 5 years.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the younger generation has an acceptance of marijuana
Yeah.
in that use, and you don't have hangovers, and you don't. I mean, it's pretty accessible now. Not like it was so hard before.
Right.
But the public perception of it is
It's medicinal.
much more accepting than alcohol.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, stoners. Not a lot of stoners. They still are some out there. Aren't known for beating up their wives. Alcoholics are, and alcohol's a legitimate drug. I mean, it is
a drug.
It kills a lot of people. So yeah, should there be a warning on it? I don't know. It's bad for you, but if you don't know it's bad for you, like I said, Darwin's getting you anyway.
Yeah.
So it says in this article that declining alcohol consumption, the warnings come as a growing health awareness, the effects of weight loss drugs.
Mhm.
So a lot of people are
Yeah,
going
'cause
to
there's
weight
so much
loss
sugar
drugs,
in
and
alcohol.
you're not supposed to drink with the weight loss drugs. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that are on.
Ozempic's
Ozempic
getting
will
blamed
go-
for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Well, there's
saying
a lot
people
of
are buying
people-
less groceries and
Well, there's a lot of people that went on it for vanity purposes, not for its actual use. It's supposed to be to help diabetics get to a healthy body weight, and people are using it off label just for weight loss. There's a girl who's known for being skinny, and she wanted to be even skinnier. And so she somehow got a doctor to give her semaglutide, which is the actual compound in Ozempic. And she was on it for, I think, less than 18 months. And she's now in, she's not full osteoporosis. She's got osteopenia, which is like, that's the next step to osteoporosis. And she's like 26, 22, something ridiculous. So it pulled the nutrients from her bones. It's giving people gastroparesis. That's a condition that is no joke. My son is a survivor of gastroparesis. It made him lose 10% of his body weight at 13 months old.
Yeah.
And put us in the hospital for a week. He was on medication for a long time till he finally grew out of it. Like, this is no joke. And so it's really scary that people are just using it because they don't want to work out.
Yeah.
I mean, just work out.
All right.
Or have some self-discipline.
I knew there was another reason I printed this article out. There's a brilliant writer out there, brilliant political writer, and his name is Mike Davis. It's not me, but he is a brilliant guy, just by the fact that he has this name. The last line in the article is a quote by one of the people he interviewed. And it said, alcohol can't have a big tobacco moment because we've always known it's bad for us. You know, big tobacco hid how bad tobacco was for people and what they were doing. But alcohol is always like, yeah, we know we're bad for you. That's why you should drink responsibly.
Well, I mean, they use, speaking of Ozempic, at one point they advertised cigarettes as a weight
Healthy,
loss.
yeah.
And it let you keep the weight off.
An appetite suppressant.
Yeah.
So would any of you take the shortcut with the weight loss drug?
I would if it helped me with diabetes and I wasn't able to physically lose the weight. And some of these people aren't.
Yeah.
But I think I would try and get to work where I would. I mean, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's really expensive.
I
have friends that
Yeah, you
have been on it and they're trying to get off of it, but it's like now they're struggling because they got down to a weight now they can walk and they can do physical fitness, so they're trying to wean themselves off of it, and it's almost another addictive prescription.
Yeah.
Lenny,
No.
is it safe for someone over 100 to use this drug?
If you get to over 100, who cares?
Oh, yeah.
At that point, it's all bring it on. I'm taking it all.
You're only centurion here, so I was just asking.
True. Yeah,
Twigs
no,
and
I thought about it because it's those last hard to lose 15
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
But, you're on it forever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the rebound is not good. But, after alcohol, when do you put warning labels on sugar comes next? Because that's equally as dangerous, it seems, for people nowadays.
Food coloring is probably going to be next after that then.
Well, they've already done that in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
like you.
Wait a minute. You're telling me they've done something healthy in West Virginia?
Go figure. The second state
They've
to ban-
removed
to ban
artificial colors out of their
Did
mouth.
you get this out of the New York Times? Because I don't believe this story.
That's where they invented the toothbrush.
I understand. Go ahead, tell the joke.
Any place else had been the toothbrush.
No, hold on. That was Alabama.
All right, Blake, you wanted to say something about.
Yeah. I'm.
Would you go on it?
I definitely do think like if obviously I'm a big guy. I think I'm like 260. Like there are some times where when the question like should I because right now the doctor cannot prescribe it just because you're overweight. You have to have these pre-medical credentials. Then insurance can pay for it. Because as you said, like going off label off of it, like having these medications is super expensive to do. So I definitely. But I definitely heard about the issues that happens to people with that actually do want to use it for genuine like weight loss and like they want to act.
Yeah, the diabetes. I mean, if I and I have family members that have had diabetes and weight was an issue. So I mean, if I needed it and I physically wasn't able to lose the weight other ways, yeah, I would do it. And the diabetes is a real killer.
And definitely I would say I'm the type of guy that wants to go the easy way because I feel scared being in the gym. Like I have a gym membership. I feel scared of how I feel like crap for the way I look right now. I don't want to go into a gym looking like crap.
Yeah. So there's self-conscious. I mean, but I mean, I would. If the doctor says, yeah, this is probably the best route for you.
So in the olden days, which you youngsters wouldn't know about,
in the 18,
it was called speed. black beauties. And they were doctors. You know how you have pot doctors now?
Mm-hmm.
They were diet doctors you could go to, and they would write you a script for an amphetamines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people weren't doing that some people were doing it to study, but it was weight loss. Or you got it to stay up and do your studying.
There was a time I would only do it as an absolute last ditch effort. I also fought going on medication for rheumatoid for almost 13 years. So I'm pretty resistant to taking pharmaceuticals. So it would have to be like an absolute last ditch effort. If you don't make a change now, then it has to happen some way. But there was a time that they prescribed eating gunpowder for weight loss. Like,
that works. I just want you to know.
the thing is, it did work. It's just there's other problems.
Because you couldn't, your gut wouldn't let you have anything.
Don't get punched like Houdini.
But definitely one thing that I do want to say that I believe is a good thing that Robert F. Kennedy possibly wants us to do is it basically ban pharmaceutical advertising on television because I definitely do see as like a beneficiary of like hey like people can recognize these drugs like on TV like that might not have like the best health benefits for those and just ask their doctor about it. So it's like but it's also up to our doctor to decide what's best for us and not just like what's best for what we see on TV.
See, the overarching question I have with those ads is, how do you know you're allergic to something that you've never taken before? Because the last tagline on every one of those commercials, and if you're allergic, don't take it.
I just want to know what's wrong with the perineum.
Yeah.
Because every single ad is like, is that like the weakest part of our body or something? It's like, you may have it.
Appendixes.
Achilles heel of the body.
Whenever you listen to it, you're like, oh, this like sounds like a good idea. And then they start reading off the things that can happen to you.
Explosive
Instant
diarrhea.
death, right? You're like, no, I don't want to do this. So me, I mean, I take a pretty good amount of vitamins every day to make sure I'm getting in what I need to get in. I know my body gets out the rest of it.
Make sure you pee yellow.
I make sure I pee. I'm not that bad. It's really not. But I will tell you this, I really don't like a lot of drugs. I never have. I never, it's not been that thing for me.
Yep.
I've never used marijuana. I've never wanted to use it. It's just, I hate cigarettes. I like to drink a little bit. I'll give you that. But when someone says, hey, we want to put you on drugs, I'm always like, well, what can I do not to be on that? So when you guys are saying that, I agree with that. I've also, when I had a herniated disc, I understood why pain medication is so important. Because I was in excruciating pain, and the only thing that stopped the pain was Vicodin, right? But I can tell you, the minute I had the surgery, I wanted off of that.
I threw up immediately.
Yeah, I wanted off of that.
I can't take that.
Codeine, Vicodin, and all of those, I throw up immediately.
Yeah,
And actually, so when I had my tooth removed back in like 22, 23, like during the first year of Bollox, I actually remember they actually prescribed me some what was it like pain.
I think it was codeine.
I think it was codeine as well, but both some from extra strength ibuprofen as well, like huge medical stuff. Like I didn't take it because I hate taking pills.
Yeah.
So I suffered through it, but guess what? I turned out fine. I don't feel the phantom pain.
Never.
All right, so let's do some trivia. Our reigning champion, Amanda, gets to go first
I'm
today.
incognito.
Reigning champion.
I feel like a winner
All right,
last week.
so drinking has dropped to its lowest level since what year? Since what year has drinking dropped to its lowest level? Alcohol consumption. Amanda?
Since what year? I'll say 1921. Why not?
Amanda's 1921. So you're actually going before Prohibition.
Yeah.
Okay, just so we know.
That's when it actually went into play.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to go in the other direction. I'm going to say 33.
1933.
That's when it came out.
Yeah.
Lenny?
29.
1929, Great Depression.
Wasn't that Black
Blake?
Tuesday or whatever?
1922.
1922 to sandwich themselves. So here's the crazy thing. Drinking is at its lowest level since 1962. 1962.
No, wait, hold on. That, but I definitely didn't drink it well up once the Mets actually started playing games.
Full circle, right?
Timing. Good callback.
Blake gets a point just for dinging the Mets. Just for dinging the
We'll
Mets.
see what happens in October.
As long as I still get my point for
You got your
Okay, all
point.
right.
Blake gets a point for dinging the Mets. So alcohol consumption is down 20% since its peak. In what decade? What decade did alcohol consumption peak, Troy Blevins?
If this is wrong,
Yes.
I didn't do my part.
Okay.
The 80s.
Okay,
So-
Troy's got the 80s. Lenny?
I'll go with the 50s.
Lenny's going with the 50s when he was on a bottle of alcohol.
That's exactly right.
There was definitely a lot of depression because of Reaganomics. I'm going to say the 80s.
The 80s. All right. It's called the Roaring 80s for a reason.
Strategy, I just have to go 80s.
80s. The actual answer is the 80s.
Yeah.
The 19. Troy,
I
you
did
did
my
your
part.
job. Yes, you did.
I would have been disappointed if it wasn't.
Yes, you
I was
did.
like, oh man, I killed that much liver
Yes.
and it wasn't
As
even
someone
worth it.
born in 81, like, is that why I'm here?
Yep.
Yeah,
What's
probably.
your life?
It was probably after a middle of high life.
All right. San Francisco has rolled out a new ticketing system.
Oh,
So
God.
this system for ticketing speeders.
People
is
on speed?
Set up people on speeders that are on that black ball thing that Lenny was talking about. People that are speeding in a car, right? So they've come up with a brand new way to assess speeding fines. So for people that are in the lower tier, the lower socioeconomic, those on public
They're doing it,
assistance,
Mike. How
They
wrong
pay-
is that?
they pay how much,
Holy
Lenny?
cow, our tax system's bad enough.
So wait,
Oh, wait,
so
wait.
if you speed, you're gonna get
This is
paid
a
by
real
San Francisco?
Yeah, if you Lenny, you get a point for that. You finally called out the
What
hypocrisy on the
kind of
left.
day did you have?
Oh my
Well,
God!
hypocrisy on the right all day long. The left are just in their own way.
So, how much money, Blake, are they charging people that are
What did
on
you
the
say?
lowest end of the
I
budget?
said they're gonna
Wait,
pay them.
hold
They're
on.
gonna pay them.
Wait, hold on a second. So
just happy they're going to work.
San Francisco has a new ticketing system. Does it have to go through Ticketmaster first?
No, it doesn't go through
There's
Ticketmaster.
ticketing fees.
Ticketing
and-
fees.
Right, exactly.
No.
If you go right to court, you only
So
have
is
to pay
this
the
a fee?
tax.
It's a new fee schedule, not like a new way
All
to
right.
give
It's based on the amount of money you earn.
a
Is
progressive.
how much so they're going to
fee
charge you.
system.
It's a progressive fee schedule. Lenny's come up with the you're getting paid to speed option.
All right. For lowest tier, $15.
Okay, Amanda.
I think 0.
Amanda's with 0. Troy,
I'm going to go 16 because it seems to be the biggest gap.
yeah, $40.
Okay.
$40.
Okay.
I want you all to know Lenny did not have a point before I gave him a point, so I really just had to get him
You
on
know,
the board.
I
Thank you.
hear,
Yeah.
I hear that like $25 for an ID keeps poor people from voting. So like, how horrible is it that they're charging them $40?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well,
So hang on, San Franciscans that earn 251% above the federal poverty level or higher,
I think they're Sconians.
their fines can reach how much money, Blake Blevins?
No.
They wouldn't notice. Trust me.
$725.69.
725.69. Amanda?
690.
690.
I'm gonna go. It is opening day of baseball season, so I'm gonna go 555.
555.
I'll just call it a flat 500.
500.
Could have gone 554.
On
actually.
the nose, the Mets
500.
fan. The
500.
Mets fan
That's
is yep, on the nose. 500. Yep.
A legitimate point.
Yeah, it's a legitimate point.
Sure.
And you got to give them credit, though. Yeah, we're going to charge you for speeding, but if you're poor, you don't pay hardly anything. So there's one thing they're missing in that fine. The fine was part of the deterrence.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they've now lost all deterrence for
Yeah.
speeding. And if you're a rich person, you're like, I'm
Well,
just
they've
gonna go.
opened a black market Uber. You just have to get someone who's poor, but
Poor.
has a car
Yeah.
and then pay
I
them
got your fine.
more than $40 to speed them to the airport.
Yeah.
I got
No,
you.
hold
I
on.
wonder how many of
No.
those $40 ticket people actually
Yeah.
have automobile insurance.
But since today's opening day, do you think in San Francisco today they're charging speeders $762 for Barry Bonds?
Bonds.
From
Well, they're
Barry
not
Bonds.
in San Francisco, so they're in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, that's
All
right.
right, Amanda, the astronauts were stranded at the space station.
Yeah.
So for being an astronaut and being stranded at the space station, what was their daily stipend? How much money did the federal government give them for every day they were stranded
I have no idea. $169
Per day.
per day?
I'm gonna go 69.
So we're talking about what they were getting paid, not their per diem, because you can't go to the canteen and use it on Cheetos.
It's their daily stipend, so yeah.
It's not like they got. Well, I mean, if they got travel money for it,
$250.
Lenny's got $250. Blake, a lot of math going on over there.
Yeah, there is a
I was wondering how much they were getting in back pay.
I heard it's a lot.
I'm gonna say $1,250 a day.
$1,250 a day.
just their stipend.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not their salary. That's
No.
we're talking just stipend, right? And you say stipend?
Well, what are they going to do? What are they going to do with a per diem up there in space anyway?
Gamble.
So
But hey, sports betting is legal up in space.
if you're an astronaut, there's no hazard pay, there's no overtime pay, and there's no comp time pay. That means despite spending 9 months in orbit instead of 1 week, the astronauts receive no extra pay. The closest thing, extra compensation, is a daily stipend of $5.
Dude.
$69.
$5.
69.1.
69.1. $5 is what you got for
Wow.
being in there. Yes. All right, Troy Blevins.
That's going to encourage people to be
The
astronauts.
post office, which lost $9 billion last year, was supporting what other government entity? Paying them money.
Post office.
What other
Government-
entity?
government
other
entity.
government entity.
'Cause I
So
know they
another
were- I know they were
organization
contracting with
funded by
Amazon at some point,
taxpayers
and Amazon
was
was
being
contracting with them.
supported by the post office, who lost $9 billion.
Because you're asking this, I'm going to go Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
Just because
You're up.
Is
You're
that
up
a
4
government?
to 2 to 2 to 1. You got some room
I
here.
feel like I got 5.
Yeah, you got it.
I feel like I
Lenny?
have 5, not 4. I think you missed one.
The Department of Transportation.
Okay.
Since it is tax season, the IRS.
IRS.
Yeah, that's the answer I think you would lean into. IRS.
National Public Radio.
Hey.
Of course.
NPR,
Of course.
who also is federally. It's like you've lost $9 billion, but it's like we might as well advertise on public radio. That'll help. All
They were
right.
allowed to
And
advertise
they're
still?
coming for.
I didn't think they were allowed to advertise anymore since the whole
NPR.
Armstrong thing.
I don't know, man. NPR.
And Louis
Does-
just finally resigned.
Does anyone not know about the United States Postal Service? Like, do
No.
we need to advertise?
We
for
know
them?
about it. We'd like not to use it. All right, Lenny. What state this week passed a law that says it's allowed to pay its vendors in gold and silver?
What state?
What state?
Where's Fort Knox in?
Wyoming.
Tennessee.
North Dakota.
I'm going to go with the Silver State. I'm going to go with Nevada.
I was thinking of that one.
You're the closest. If Pete Melfi was here, he'd have gotten the answer
Utah.
right.
Utah.
In honor of Pete Melfi, Utah.
I
Damn
even
Mormons.
thought I should say Utah.
Most of the people from Utah now live in Las Vegas. So
All right.
Well,
they moved there.
Uh,
Mormons own
Las
Vegas.
yeah,
Vegas.
but plus. So wasn't like the former founder of Zappos a Mormon as well?
His headquarters is in Vegas.
Yeah, I don't think he was. The person from Cheeseboro Ponds was. So,
Who's up first? Lenny?
Did I not just do that?
No,
one,
me.
maybe?
I think
I'm
it's-
up.
I think
Blake's
it's
up
Blake.
first. All right, since 2019, Apple has spent how much on its Apple TV content? How much money since 2019?
It's 2019.
Yep.
6 years.
$2.4 billion.
All right, 2.4 billion.
I don't even care anymore. 69 billion.
I think Amanda's given up.
Ooh,
I'll still swing it.
I'm staying with Amanda and going 6.9 billion.
6.9 billion. Okay.
I'll go $5 billion.
Lenny on the nose again. $5 billion.
I'm sticking with my
You know
fives.
what?
500, 5
He's
billion.
getting-
As
he's
soon as
gaining
he
on you,
called
Troy.
you
Yeah, 'cause you
out,
gave him a point. You took one away from me.
as soon as he
All
called
right.
you out and called you a 5, I was like, that's the answer for trivia. Turns out.
All right. So here's the thing. Apple lost $1 billion last year on their content, just on the streaming service. All right. So Amanda, how much profit did Apple make last year overall as a company, including the loss from their streaming services, which was $1 billion?
69 billion.
She's sticking with that until she gets one right. Troy?
I'm going to go 99 billion.
Lenny?
100 billion.
Blake?
101 billion.
You better get it on the nose.
Oh,
Good job, son.
for the win at $94 billion in profit. Troy Blevins.
You should have went the other way.
It should have went the other way. Should have went the other way. 100%. All right. Who's up? Oh, man.
Me.
All right. So
Apple
in
stock. I was
Wichita,
hoping it was more.
Kansas, a man, I'm using the term loosely, a boy,
Mhm.
I'm
Male.
saying young person, young
A
man,
male.
keyed a Tesla. The Tesla filmed
Mhm.
him keying it. What kind of pants was he wearing?
Ooh.
What kind of pants was he
kind of
wearing?
Pants
Yes.
was he wearing?
Yes, it was a very specific kind of pants
In Wichita, Kansas.
in Wichita, Kansas.
What the hell kind of question is this?
Overalls come to mind.
Overall
That's where
comes
I
in
was
pants,
going, yeah.
jeans come in pants, khakis comes in pants, any kind of pants.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say clam diggers.
Clam diggers.
Oh.
I used to
Ooh.
rock those when I was a kid.
I'm going to say capri.
Capris,
I'll go harem pants.
harem pants,
Jenkos.
Jinkos,
What's a Jenko?
pajamas, PJs.
PJs.
PJs. Now for 2 points. What Disney characters were on the PJs? What Disney so he
So
goes
many
by
to choose
and
from.
keys a dude walks past the Tesla and keys it wearing pajamas that has these 2 Disney characters on it.
I'm going to go with the most
Ooh.
obvious and go Mickey and Donald.
Mickey and Donald,
Because of the question, I'm going with Goofy and Pluto.
Goofy and Pluto.
But I'm gonna say Buzz Lightyear and Woody.
Okay.
Mm.
That was my first thought too.
Go
My
for
first thought was Lilo and Stitch.
I'm gonna go. Lilo and Stitch would make sense because Stitch is a chaos machine. I'm gonna go with Monsters Inc. Sully and Mike Wazowski.
You should always go with your first
Leo
instinct. Leo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
What a leader of the resistance.
Yeah.
I gotta go Kia Tesla who can't
I can
move,
tell you this.
who can't fight back, and I'm gonna wear my PJs with Lilo and Stitch on.
That
it.
would make
I can tell you
sense
this,
in
if I've
in
taken over the
Hawaii.
world and I have
Yes.
access to Stitch.
Yes.
I'm using Stitch. I'm using Stitch.
All right.
He is pure chaos.
Troy's up. He's got 5. I don't think I can get Lenny there, even cheating, giving him points. But this last week, Governor Waltz, Tim Waltz, bragged about having an app on his phone that told him the price of Tesla stock. And when it went down, he got all excited.
Mhm.
Okay. Someone pointed out, though, they said, do you understand that the Minnesota Retirement Pension Fund has this many shares of Tesla stock? So how many shares of Tesla stock does the Minnesota pension plan have? Troy Blevins.
I think I went first.
No,
So I
Lenny.
go last.
Yep, Lenny.
$1 million.
$1 million.
Whoa. I'm gonna say 4,982 shares.
Or okay.
6,900.
6,900.
I'm going to go 1,000,001.
$1,000,001. Playing the game like he used to play as a winner and winning today. Troy Blevins, 1.6 million shares. Because I'll guarantee you, when Tesla came out and was a favorite of the left, like, we got to invest in this company. Now they've invested in it, and they're driving the stock price down, which is driving their pension revenue down.
Yeah.
And
Gorgeous
he's
plan.
laughing while all the people in
Gorgeous,
his pension plan.
gorgeous
is
plan.
losing
So
their
anyway,
retirement.
Troy with 6, Lenny with 3, one of them questionable. Blake with 2,
Except all gifts.
One of those questions.
one of those questionable. Amanda with 1.
At
there were-
least I earned my point.
Yes. Sherry got a point. I probably missed a few other points in there. So Kenny had Lilo and Stitch as well. There were a couple Lilo and Stitches in there. They got that.
Yeah.
So, yes. All right. Bollox, what do you guys have
Baseball,
tonight?
baby.
Baseball, baby, baseball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Baseball been bad, but good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about like the Mount Rushmore of baseball, living players, active players.
So
We're
preview,
doing like history.
without
of
giving
baseball.
away your Mount Rushmore,
Mhm.
who barely missed your Mount Rushmore?
Who barely
Who
missed?
barely
I
missed?
can tell you this. I'm still struggling with my 4.
Okay.
And my first 3 were pretty easy for me.
Johnny Bench, and Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench, Barry Bonds, and Mike Schmidt.
Okay.
So
Well,
those,
save the rest of it. You
those
got a
are
show to
living.
do.
But I'm struggling still between Cal Ripken and Ichiro. and I think Ichiro's going to win.
Talk about just picking from your generation.
Well, it's of living. It's of living. I mean, you can't question either. Any
Is
of
it
those
living players? You
living
said
players.
Living.
Living
Okay,
players.
that's why
you
you
have,
just
you have
picked
an
it.
all-time one too.
Okay.
You have an all-time one too, so we have a living one too.
Ed Kramer just died, so I can't put him on that list.
Krampel barely missed it in my top
Blake,
600.
God help you today. You're going to hear so many obscure baseball names that you don't even know who the people are.
I know some
Ed
names.
Kramer was the original bonus baby and played 18 years with the same team.
Yeah.
So there.
Why
He's
do I
got
feel
Gil-
like Satchel Paige is
He's
coming
got
up?
Gil Hodge on his.
Satchel Paige is a good one.
Outstanding.
It's not a
Yes.
terrible one to have.
No, not
Yeah.
in the least.
So
All right. Amanda, do you even know what baseball is?
That's the one with the tiny ball with the dimples, right?
yeah.
I love when you throw these to her because she just knocks them out of the park, baby.
Just lean into the misogyny. That's right. I'm a dumb girl. I don't know sport.
You really didn't know. But no, I'm just kidding.
Lenny, what did we talk about?
You were fine. You were right on it.
Yeah.
You're
She knew who
awesome.
Cal Ripken
Well
was.
done.
Thank
well
you.
done. All right. Tomorrow morning, we got Bollox tonight. Tune into that tomorrow morning show. All kinds of great things going on. We got some really cool stuff. I actually have some really good questions we didn't get to, which I'll save for
Woohoo.
next week. Some of them actually involve Troy Blevin's knowledge of parks and recreation.
Oh boy.
I'm going to lose next week, too.
Oh,
Tune
boy.
in.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye guys.